Fiber labors are so cool, but where they really shine is engraving metal. I recently got a Monport fiber laser and I'm loving it so far. So I wanted to put it to the test and do a brass coin and a zinc coin. So I put it to the test and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. So we are here in Lightburn and this is my depth map image. If you need to create one of these, there's a bunch of online websites where you can convert your photo into the actual depth map. Most of them cost money, so I don't want to showcase it in this video. But so let's go over the settings that I'm using. So I'm using speed 2000, power 80, frequency 60. I'm doing about 900 DPI, my angle is 45, and this is the most important part right here. You have to put that your image mode is 3D slice. If you do any of these other ones, it's not going to work. I also want to enable the cleanup pass, and the number of passes I have is 256. This is pretty standard, and the dot width is 0.08. The settings for my cleanup pass: 3000 speed, 20 power, frequency 80, same line interval, and the only difference is the angle is at 22 degrees. Now these are honestly settings I got from ChatGPT. I didn't really know where to start with this, and so these settings worked out pretty good. And then, so now we can frame it up and make sure it's aligned with our coin. All right, so we are gonna get this thing in focus. I'm gonna try really hard to get it perfect. All right, I think that is spot on perfect, so let's give it a go. All right, and this took just about 2 hours. And it's not too hot. I mean, it's warm, but that looks pretty great. Obviously, I need to get some kind of fume extractor. So if you guys have any recommendations, drop them down below. Or if any company wants to work with me, that would be great. But that looks so cool. So the cleanup pass seemed like it did really well. I think I would have liked to get a little bit more definition in the back, but that might just be the image itself. But so these are just our starter settings. I definitely need to dial this in a bit more to see if I can get it to be a little bit quicker. All right, so both of our coins came out looking really great. With this zinc coin, I definitely didn't need to go as deep as I did. I just used the same settings. The only difference is I upped the frequency on the hummingbird to try to get a more cleaner background. Because if you look at this background, there's a lot of like noise in there. Whereas this one, the background looks a little more smooth. So we're going to use some brass black though to darken it up a bit. So I just put it in this cup. And then you can see it in there. It's completely black, so we can clean that off in a moment and use some steel wool to bring back some of the detail. But then we can put our Mandalorian one in there too. And then with my glove, I'm going to take it out. You can see it's fully black, and we'll put it in our cup of water, clean it off. Now, if you had some kind of tumbling system, this would be where you want to use it. That is cleaned off, so we can put it on our little paper towel here. Try to dry it off. And then the same with our Mandalorian. So you can actually see that difference with the brass black in there. So I'll let that dry and then we'll hit it with some steel wool. All right, so we have our coin and we have our steel wool. You can get this from the hardware store or Amazon or whatever. And literally all we are gonna do is with our coin is literally just scratch it over the surface. That way you can bring back some of that highlighted detail. And it really doesn't take much to do it. And you can do this as long or as short as you want, depending on how much of that highlighted area you want back. So it's a pretty cool trick. Obviously you don't have to use the brass black. I just like it because it makes it more dynamic. This was quite a learning experience for me. I had a great time doing it. Obviously, I don't need to go as deep with the zinc as I did with the brass, so definitely need to fine tune some settings, but I do kind of really like the depth that we got with this hummingbird coin. I mean, we also got some good depth with the brass as well, but it all kind of comes down to personal preference as well for what you want or what your customer wants. Now, I think there's a lot of money to be made making challenge coins, and I think it's a fairly untapped market because I think you can sell these anywhere from $20 to $60 depending on what it is and where you're at. If you enjoyed watching this video, you might want to check out some of the other videos I have that have to do with the fiber laser or just lasers in general or small business tips and tricks. I'll see you guys on the next one.